We got a call.
And I can remember hearing the sirens from the ambulance and them asking me, oh, can you feel this? Does this feel all right?
And then when we kind of got to the hospital, we realized how serious it was.
Before the most life-changing day in David's life, he thought he had his career path figured out.
I wanted to be like a finished like furniture maker, but I had to start somewhere, and that was kind of, being out in the element and making homes and doing rough construction.
While working on a roof on the morning of June 6, 2003, that all changed.
I remember waking up on the ground because I remember that it was raining that morning, and I can remember my eyes were being hit by raindrops.
When David finally came to a few days later, he realized what had happened.
I had landed headfirst with my arms, both arms extended, onto a concrete patio.
After a 25-foot fall, it took what seemed a lifetime to regain speech and to be able to walk again. It took a toll on his family as much as it did on him.
To see him for a good year and a half be a completely different person was really difficult.
I found myself finding a room that nobody was in, and I just sit there and cry. Because things were happening. It was one thing after another, and you thought, when are these different horrible things going to stop? And then eventually they did.
David went through a very dark time, but there was one thing that made him happy.
For me, it was drawing. It was doodling. That took me away from that place.
It was sort of a therapy thing for him, and then it sort of ended up being a directional thing.
Growing up, David always had the gift of creating art. During this traumatic experience, he realized that was his true passion. He then decided to go back to college.
He was just like, I'm just gonna go back and do it. And so he did it. And it turned out to be awesome. It was the best path he could have ever chosen.
David got his master's at Illinois State University and is now an art professor. He continues to have art shows all over the country.
I just continue to kind of invent myself as an artist.
For TV 10, I'm Michelina McHale.